Hi, this is Lou Adler. I was just putting our Recruiter Bootcamp tour program together for September. We're going to be in New York on the end of the month and Toronto, I guess that same week. And I realized as I was doing it, we added a big chunk on metrics. And as I was putting the thing on metrics together, I actually really came clear to me that we've got it kind of all backwards. We have it backwards in a couple of ways. Number one, generally speaking, a recruiter department is interested in cost per hire, time to fill, and maybe quality of hire, which to me seems backwards. To me, if you focus on quality of hire and you use LinkedIn Recruiter to find these people instantly, you can actually target B+ or better people, get them in 3 to 5 days, and hire them in 2 to 3 weeks. And if you hire them in 2 to 3 weeks, you're reducing your time to fill to the absolute minimum. And your cost drives the absolute minimum too, because time is the primary factor driving cost. But then I was starting to think, why are recruiters doing this? Managers should be measuring metrics, not recruiters. So I'm really kind of changing stuff up pretty dramatically. Let me kind of get a little bit more on this, but let me start by making a generic statement. If you want to be 5 or 10 or 15% better, what that really means is you're just going to improve what you're doing today. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be 50 or 100 or 200% better, what you're doing today is not good enough. You've got to start over again. And what I tell people who go to Recruiter Bootcamp and our hiring manager training course is we're talking about being 100, 200% better. So we've got to think about everything differently. So when we send people to bootcamp, we say, hey, throw everything else you have out for at least the 8 hours of the class. Start with a blank slate. And then say, hey, does my existing processes help or hinder that? Rather than say, does this new process help what I'm doing today? So that's just an interesting thing. We want people to target 100% or better improvement, but you're starting from scratch. One way to start from scratch on the metrics side, and this is where I like hiring managers to get involved, is if you need to present a hiring manager more than 4 candidates before they hire one, something's wrong. And managers should own that 4 per hire. I'm not seeing any more than 4 people. Well, to you to get 4 people as a recruiter, you better understand your job, you better understand how to find people, and you better work fast. But recruiters and hiring managers have to be partners on that. In my mind, when I take an assignment, I target B+ or better. It's going to be a B+ or better. So you got to tell me what B+ or better looks like. It's not 10 years of experience doing something. It's not an academic background. It's accomplishing tasks that would put someone in B+ or better. Open up a new territory and get $2 million in sales within 6 months. Okay, that's B+ or better. Design a new series of iPad, iPhone apps, and iMini apps and has to be launched by January of 2013. Okay, that's B+ or better. Define the work, not the person doing the work. So define that up front. And if I mind, managers should define, if they want a B+ or better person, they should define what B+ or better is. And if you can't see at least 4 people who do that up front, something's wrong. And in my mind, with LinkedIn Recruiter and all the tools that you have, and particularly LinkedIn Recruiter and the idea that you can search on your connections, it's easy to get 4 to 5 prospects in 72 hours. And a prospect is someone the hiring manager agrees to meet who is qualified and interested to talk, not yet a candidate. Hiring managers now have to meet that person and invite the person in. So the hiring manager has to own the person. Recruiters should bring qualified prospects. And then together we'll close the deal. To me, hiring managers have a key role in all 3 of those, all 4 of those. Now I have a scorecard get variance, which is a little techie here. But we have a multi-factor talent scorecard we use as part of our 2-question interview process. 8 factors. We're not going to get into them today. 8 factors, and if everyone on the hiring team disagrees on a 1 to 5 ranking by more than plus or minus 5 points, throw the whole interviewing process out because nobody knows what they're doing. That's just basic process control 101. Small variances mean the process is in control. Wide variances mean you don't know what you're doing. So we're going to focus on small variances. And if you do all of those things right, your costs will be driven to the absolute minimum. Cost shouldn't drive the process. That's an outcome of doing good processes. Quality should drive the process, and managers should own them. When all is said and done, that's what our training is all about. maximizing quality of hire and having recruiters and hiring managers on the same page and everybody rethinking the process, and with the goal being 100% or more better. I hope to see you at our training programs in September. Thanks very much.